All right, we are going to go ahead and jump right in here with our lesson 7 for Orton Gillingham. Today we're going to be looking at AY and AI, but before we jump ahead of ourselves, Melinda, we're going to do some old reviews starting with SH. Can you remind me, what is the sound for SH? Shh, shh, that is correct. So you can go ahead and write that on your sheet for our old review. Do you remember what our key word was for shh?
Milkshake.
Milkshake, correct. Now, why would we choose milkshake?
Because it has SH in it.
Yes, it has the sh sound in it. And where does that sound happen in the word?
At the beginning of the second syllable.
Yes, absolutely. So with that in mind, where is our word placement going to be for sh?
Either at the beginning or the end of a single syllable.
Yes, absolutely. Awesome. And what is our pattern for SH?
It's a digraph, and that means when you have a consonant in front of a H, it changes the way the H sounds.
Yes, absolutely. So if we remember our consonant digraphs chart here, we have SH. That is going to be one of them where we put S in front of H and it changes that sound to be sh. So our examples, we have shark and we have fish. Both of those, we have one where SH is at the beginning of the syllable or the word, shark, and then we have fish where SH is at the end of the word.
Got it.
Is SH voiced or unvoiced?
Unvoiced.
Correct, it is unvoiced. So we are going to spell a few SH words, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
We're going to start with, and remember you can use your finger spelling as well, we're going to start with publish.
Publish. P-U-B-L-I-S-H. Publish.
Awesome, that's great. And you can even go ahead and say the sound of those letters as you spell them out instead of saying the actual letter names, if that's helpful. So number 2, we're going to do refresh.
Refresh.
Good, awesome. And where does that SH come in there?
At the end.
At the end. What about number 3, admonish?
Admonish. Admonish.
Admonish, correct. And that was our SH. Do you remember what our keyword was?
Milkshake.
Yes, absolutely. And then number 4, ravish.
Ravish. Ravish.
Awesome. So that is our review of SH. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions?
I think I got it. Thanks.
Okay, awesome. Good. So now we're going to continue with our old review and we're going to visit CH. Can you remind me, what is the sound for CH? Ch, ch. That's correct. And do you remember what our keyword for CH was?
Lunch.
Lunch. That's right. Why would we pick lunch for our keyword?
Because it has the ch sound at the end.
Correct. It has the ch sound at the end. So with that in mind, what is our word placement for ch?
It can be at the beginning or the end of a syllable.
Yes, absolutely. Beginning or the end of a word or syllable part, correct. And what is our pattern for?
It's a digraph.
A digraph, that's right. And remind me again, what does a digraph mean, or what does it mean if a sound is a digraph?
It is when you put a consonant in front of the letter H and it makes the H sound different.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we went through our first one just a little bit ago. Can you remember what this sounds like? Shh, shh, exactly. And we had our example words, which are
shark and fish.
Yes, absolutely. And so our next one, we have CH. We put a C in front of the H and it makes what sound? Ch. And we have our 2 example words, which are chicken and church. What is the word placement for ch in chicken?
At the beginning.
At the beginning. And then what about church? Where does the CH come in for church?
It's 2 times, at the beginning and the end.
Yes, absolutely, at the beginning and the end. Awesome. So we are going to spell some CH words. Oh, actually, really quickly, is it voiced or unvoiced?
It is unvoiced.
Correct, yes. Very similar to our SH where it's unvoiced. Now we're gonna go ahead and spell some words, if that's all right with you.
Yep.
We're gonna start with franchise.
Franchise. Franchise.
Awesome. And where does our CH come in the word franchise?
At the beginning of the second syllable.
Absolutely, at the beginning of the second syllable. Number 2, we're going to do channel.
Channel.
Awesome. Number 3, squelch.
Squelch. Squelch.
Absolutely. Number 4, we're going to look at enchantment.
Enchantment. Enchantment.
Awesome. And is the an enchantment voiced or unvoiced?
It's unvoiced.
Correct. It is unvoiced. Awesome. Well, that wraps up our old review. Now we're going to jump into our new review. All right, so our new review, we're going to be coming back to the floss rule. So, can you remind me really quickly, Melinda, what is the floss rule?
It's when there's a short vowel and then the s, l, z, or f sounds are doubled up after that.
Absolutely. So it's our short vowel signal. Yep, so we're discussing the floss rule. Do you remember what our keyword for the floss rule was?
Floss.
Absolutely. Why would we pick floss for our keyword?
Because it has a short vowel and then you double up the sound after that.
What's our short vowel sound in floss?
Ah.
Yes, ah with the O, and it's followed up by what sound? S. Correct, so we double it up. All right, so with that in mind, where is our word placement for floss?
At the end.
At the end, correct, because it's our short vowel signal. So if you remember, you talked about it, right? The short vowel signals, we hear short vowel followed by f, o, s, or z, and we're going to double that sound at the end. Is the floss rule voiced or unvoiced?
2 are voiced, and they are l and z.
Okay.
And 2 are unvoiced, and they are f and s.
Awesome. Yes, correct. So it's kind of a tricky one because it's not a very straightforward answer. But as long as you remember and you're focusing on are your vocal cords moving, can you feel that buzz in your throat, then it's going to be voiced. So we are going to read. Oh yeah, there you go. Good. Short vowel signal. Absolutely. So we're going to read some floss rule words. So if you can go ahead and read those out for me, just starting with our first one here.
Chill.
Chill, that's right. Is there another part of that word that looks familiar?
Ch.
Yes, the ch sound, exactly. And that's coming out which part of the word?
The beginning.
The beginning, right? And then our floss rule comes in where?
At the end.
At the end, right. And what is the vowel sound that falls before chill? Or in chill?
I.
That's right. So we have our short vowel I, followed by oo. So we do what with it?
Double it.
Double it, correct. Next we have this word here. Can you read that for me?
Buzz.
Buzz, correct, absolutely. What's the sound at the end of buzz?
Zzz.
Zzz, that's right. Next one.
Likeness.
Likeness, correct. Where does the s sound come in likeness?
At the end.
At the end of what part?
The second syllable.
The second syllable, right. Likeness, we have 2 syllables, so we'd split it right down the middle here, and our s comes in at the end of the second one. Very similar. Can you read that one for me?
Spineless.
Spineless. Very, very good. Okay, so now that we have our reading down, how about we spell some floss rule words? Okay, so number 1, we're going to start with ill.
Ill.
Awesome. Next, we're going to do bluff.
Bluff. Bluff.
Good. I like hearing you sound it out too. That's very helpful. Number 3, stress.
Stress.
Don't forget you can finger spell too if that's helpful, if it's ever a struggle. Number 4, witness.
Witness. Witness.
Absolutely. And where does the s sound come in there?
At the end.
At the end. What other letters could make the s sound?
Z.
Yeah, Z can also make this sound sometimes. They can sound very similar. Awesome. Okay, do you have any questions about the floss rule, Melinda?
No, I think I get it. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, next we're gonna do our visual drill. So I'm gonna hold up or show you some cards with some letters on them, and I need you to tell me the sounds that they make. Some of them might have multiple, so make sure that you're thinking of all the O sounds. Let's go back here. All right, first one. T. Yeah.
G. W. Ope.
Awesome. And why would this O have a long sound?
Because there's a vowel at the end.
Yes, right. We have our vowel, consonant, vowel, and this silent E jumps over the consonant and makes that O a long sound. K. Awesome. And where do we see that double F?
In the floss rule.
In the floss rule. Do you remember our keyword for floss?
Floss.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, we're skipping some.
N.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
D. Z.
Yes, absolutely. And what other word or sound can be similar to double Z?
S.
Yes, absolutely. And where do we see our double Z?
At the end.
At the end, right? Because it's part of what rule?
The floss
The
rule.
floss rule.
V. X.
Yeah. X. Do you remember the spelling for that?
KS.
S. Yes.
I.
Okay, awesome.
A.
What
Or
else?
O.
Or?
U. Ul.
Awesome. And it's doubled because it's part of what rule?
The floss rule.
The floss rule. And that is, which rule does that follow?
It's when you have a short vowel, you double up the ul sound.
Absolutely.
Yipe. Or hype.
Yeah, because why would we have the long Y sound?
Because there's an E at the end.
Right, it's our vowel.
Consonant, vowel.
Yes, absolutely.
Z.
Yes, absolutely. Part of which rule?
Floss.
Yes, and our keyword for that
Floss.
is voiced or unvoiced?
That is unvoiced.
Correct.
K.
Yeah, is there any other letter that can make a very similar sound to K?
The letter C. J. Ape.
Yes, and this would be,
Vowel, consonant, vowel.
yep, and so we'd have what kind of sound for our letter A here?
A. Long A.
Yes. Ch. Awesome, very good. Ch. And what rule does this follow?
That's a digraph.
What's a digraph again?
That's when you have a consonant in front of the letter H. It changes the way the H sounds.
Yep, so it goes from the sound to ch. Very good.
E. E. Y. Y.
There we go. Yeah, the y sound.
B. Ipe.
Yes, and why would it be ipe and not ip?
Because it's vowel, consonant, vowel. Eep.
Eep, correct.
L. Qua. Oop.
Yeah, and why would it be yoop?
Because it's vowel, consonant, vowel. R. Sh.
Awesome. And where do I find sh in a word placement?
That can be at the beginning or end of a syllable or single word. A, p.
Okay, so now we're going to start with the auditory drill. I'm going to pronounce some sounds and I need you to spell those out for me, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start with w.
W.
A.
A or A.
Yes, absolutely. And this would be this dash would represent what?
A consonant.
Yes, because a vowel, consonant, vowel. Wool.
Ooh. Ooh or ooh.
Absolutely. And that double L is part of what?
The floss
The
rule.
floss rule. Would that come in at the beginning, middle, or end of a word or word part?
The end.
Correct. Mm.
Mmm.
X.
X.
B.
B.
O.
O or O.
S.
S or S.
Absolutely. Because of that, what rule?
Floss.
Floss rule. K.
Or K.
T.
T.
I.
I. Or
U.
U or U.
R.
Z. Z. Z or sometimes S or sometimes S.
Would it be s?
Oh, nope. It would be Z.
There we go.
Thank you. P.
Ooh.
Ooh or sometimes ooh.
J.
J.
Ah.
Ah.
Mm.
Mm.
Sh.
Sh.
Yep. And where does sh come in a word?
Sh can be at the beginning or end of a single syllable word.
Or word part, correct?
Or word part, yes.
E.
E or E.
Absolutely.
H.
A.
A.
E.
E.
Y.
Y.
Qu.
Qu.
Ch.
Ch.
What was our keyword for ch?
Lunch.
Lunch, correct. G.
G.
A.
Can be or
V.
V.
I.
I can be I or I or I.
D.
D.
Awesome. Okay, that's the end of our auditory drill. Next, we will move on to something new. All right, now it's time to blend some of the things that we've been working on in our blending drill. So remember, you're gonna wanna look at each part of the word and how it sounds and then tell me what it sounds like all together, okay?
Okay. Chastise. Chastise.
Awesome. Can you show me on your hands how that looks?
Chastise. Chastise.
Yes, absolutely. Chastise.
Franchise. Franchise. Franchise.
Yes, absolutely. Do we see any of our old review on there?
A diagram.
Yeah, a digraph.
Digraph.
Yes, a digraph.
Yes.
And which digraph do we see? Correct.
Shapeless. Shapeless. Shapeless.
Absolutely. And do we see any rules that we've looked at?
Yep, a digraph.
A digraph. Which digraph do you see?
Sh.
Yeah, absolutely. What else do we see in there that looks familiar?
The floss rule.
The floss rule. Absolutely. Where's our floss rule at?
At the end.
At the end of which part?
Less.
Absolutely. And then we have something else that looks maybe familiar here. How do we get shapeless? How do we get shape?
because it's long A because it's vowel, consonant, vowel.
Correct.
Lake, shore, lake, shore, lake shore.
Absolutely.
Confess, confess, confess.
Awesome. And if you just want to do it on your hands, you only have to say it once. It's up to you though.
Instruct, instruct.
Absolutely, very good.
Depress, depress.
Absolutely. Why does that S doubled at the end?
Because of the floss rule.
Because of the floss rule, right? What was our keyword for floss?
Floss.
Absolutely.
Deject, deject.
All right, so now we're gonna introduce our new phoneme, for this lesson. And we are going to do AY. So AY makes the A sound. Can you repeat that sound for me 3 times?
A.
A, correct. And what letters make that sound?
A-Y.
A-Y, awesome. So now I'm gonna have you get out your glitter. And I want you to just write in that glitter, I want you to write A-Y and say the sound it makes out loud, that A sound 3 times for me as you write it.
A-Y. A.
Okay. And you don't have to spell it out loud. You can just write it in there and then say the sound it makes.
A.
Okay, very good.
A.
Awesome.
That was fun.
All right, so when we say A, I want you to think about the mouth placement of that sound. What do you notice when I say A about my mouth? A.
A. Your mouth is kind of closed and your tongue kind of goes...
Is your mouth closed when you say A?
Not all the way. It's just kind of like wide.
Okay, wide. That's
like,
a good word
like
for it.
Wide, like... And your tongue kind of goes up and back and A.
Yeah,
like,
so your mouth is wide and your tongue goes up and back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to discuss a keyword. So I picked the word runway for the A-Y sound. Oh yeah, there we go. Make sure we get that on our student recording.
Way. Okay.
Is that an okay word with you?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So when we have runway, where do you notice that A sound coming in that second syllable?
At the end.
At the end, yes. So the word placement for AY is going to be at the end. So AY is part of our vowel team. So if you remember our clover, we talk about closed syllables, we talk about open syllables, and now we have our V for clover, which is a vowel team. So our vowel team is when 2 or more letters work together to make a vowel sound. So what are the 2 letters that we have for AY?
A-Y.
And what is the vowel sound that they make?
A.
A. So we have 2 letters, but they make how many sounds?
1 sound.
Just 1 sound, yep. So the V for our clover, right, as we keep working through, the V is going to be a vowel team. AY is not the only vowel team that's out there. It's just the one that we're focusing on today. So you'll see there's lots of different vowel teams, and we'll go through more of those as we continue on throughout our lessons. But AY is a vowel team because it's how many letters?
2.
That make 1 sound?
Yes.
And what's that sound?
A.
A, correct, absolutely. So that is going to be our clover. Is A voiced or unvoiced?
Voiced.
Voiced, absolutely. So you'll want to mark that down. And then thinking back to our clover too, what's our pattern? Do you remember what that's called? The V in our clover?
It's a vowel team.
Yes, so you can write that for our pattern. Awesome. So now I want you to write in that open box next to your recording sheet. I want you to write A 3 times.
A.
Awesome. And if we were putting a dash on there to signify where it comes in a word, where would we put that dash?
At the beginning.
Yep, because A is where in the word placement?
At the end.
So you want to do that on all three of them?
Sure.
Awesome. So now I want you to read some of these A words for me, okay? Oh,
Excuse me.
You. Now I want you to read some of these A words out loud for me. We'll start with the first one.
Runway. Runway. Lay away. Lay away.
Where do we see A in this word?
In the first, at the end of the first syllable and at the end of the third syllable.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's in there twice, right? What about this one?
Replay. Replay. Display. Display. Dismay. Dismay. Midway. Midway.
And where does AY come in a word?
At the end. Non-payment. Non-payment.
Absolutely. And what was our keyword again for A?
Runway.
Runway. Awesome. So now we're going to spell some words. You can just write them in lines 1 through 6 on your student recording sheet here. And so remember, you can always finger spell, and you can count or dictate it as you say it. So I'll say the word. I want you to repeat the word and then spell it out. Sunray.
Sunray. Sunray.
Delay.
Delay. Delay.
Betray.
Betray. Betray.
Subway.
Subway. Subway. Subway.
Decay.
Decay. Decay.
Sachet.
Sachet. Sachet.
What else do we see in there that looks familiar from our review today?
That sachet has a diagram.
Digraph, yes.
Digraph,
and
yes.
what is our digraph?
I always say diagram and I mean digraph. Digraph is when you put a consonant in front of the H and it changes the way the H sounds.
And what's the digraph in that word?
Sh.
Sh. Correct. What was do you remember our keyword for sh?
Milkshake.
Yes. All right, so I am going to go ahead and have you trace your AY with your finger on your paper 3 times while saying the sound out loud.
Okay.
So you can do it over what you wrote.
Oh, okay. A.
Awesome. So there are multiple spellings that you're going to want to take note of with this sound. The first one is our long vowel A, right? So you'll probably want to write them there. We can have just long vowel A. We can have this A, right? What does our dash represent there?
Consonant.
Yep. And then now we have our A, which is our new one that we're adding. So these two should be familiar. This is our new one, but there are multiple spellings if you hear that A sound in a word that it could be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. We are going to review then. So what is the sound that we learned?
A.
And what was our keyword?
Runway.
Awesome. And where is that placed in a word?
At the end.
At the end. End of what?
The end of the syllable. The second syllable.
A word or word part. Yep,
Yes.
correct. And what is our pattern or what's our rule that we follow for A?
It's a vowel team.
A vowel team. Can you remind me on the Clover what a vowel team is?
It's when 2 letters together make one sound.
One sound of what kind of sound?
Vowels.
A vowel sound. Yep. So we're only looking at vowel sounds for the V in Clover. Is it voiced or unvoiced?
It is voiced.
Correct. It is voiced. Awesome. So I'm going to add this to your deck and we'll review it again another day, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. We are going to do another one now. We're going to do AI, okay?
Okay.
and everything. All right, so now that we have AY, we are also going to do AI. So AI is going to make the A sound. Can you repeat that sound for me 3 times?
A.
Absolutely, A. So we have AI, it makes that A sound. Can you go ahead and get out your glitter? I want you to trace that for me 3 times and then say the sound each time you trace it.
A. A. And A.
Awesome. There we go. Perfect. You can wipe off your hands if you need to.
Got it.
So when thinking about A, what does our mouth placement look like?
A. It's kind of the same as AY, where you have a wide mouth and your tongue kind of goes up and back.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's the same mouth placement, right? It's going to be that wide mouth A. Is your mouth open or closed when you say A?
It's just kind of wide.
It's wide. It's open
Yeah,
and it's
open.
wide.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's something that you can keep in mind. Our keyword that we picked is rain.
Rain.
Is that an okay keyword for you?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So rain is going to be our keyword. Where do you notice the A sound in that word?
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle, right? So when we're looking at our word placement for AI, we're going to be looking at the middle of a word or word part. The rule for this is the vowel team. So same thing with our clover, right? It's the exact same as AY as we just did. It's 2 letters or more that work together to make one vowel sound. Yes, very important that it's vowel. If it helps you remember, clove, the V is a vowel, right? Clover. And so when we're thinking about the clover, we're thinking about 2 letters. So what are our 2 letters for this one?
AI.
And they make what vowel sound?
A.
A, right? Because it's 2 letters that make how many sounds?
1.
Just 1, right? Is A voiced or unvoiced?
Voice.
It's going to be voiced. That is correct. Awesome. So now I'm going to have you write in this box here, and you can write them a little bigger than last time if that's helpful for you. I want you to write A 3 times and say it each time you do.
A. A. A.
Awesome. That's great. So we're going to read some A words if that's okay with you. Start with this one.
Faithful. Faithful.
And where do we see the A sound?
In the middle.
In the middle, right, of our first syllable,
Yep.
our word part. We have faith. A is in the middle. So it's a little different from the last one we just did.
Restrain. Restrain. Domain. Domain. Prevail. Prevail. Attain. Attain. Derail. Derail.
Absolutely. And what vowels do we have working together, or word letters do we have working together to make a vowel sound in that word?
AI. Maiden. Maiden. Disdain. Disdain.
Awesome. And do you remember our keyword for A?
Rain.
Rain. That's absolutely right. So now we're going to spell a few, okay?
Okay.
First one is going to be explain.
Explain.
Awesome. Make sure you repeat it for me before you start writing, okay?
Okay.
Retail.
Retail. Retail.
Contain.
Contain. Contain.
Sprain.
Sprain. Sprain.
Complain.
Complain. Complain.
Sustain.
Sustain. Sustain.
Great job, Melinda. So why don't we go ahead and trace the AI with your finger on your paper one more time.
Okay.
It's okay. Just keep going.
Okay. A, I, A. A, I, A.
Awesome.
A, I, A.
Great work. Okay, so our phoneme was AI. Do you remember what sound it makes?
A.
Awesome. And what was our key word?
Rain.
Rain. And where is the placement for that word?
In the middle.
In the middle, right? In the middle of what?
The middle of a word or word part.
Mm-hmm. What is our rule or pattern for that?
It's a vowel team.
It's a vowel team. What is a vowel team?
That's when two letters make one vowel sound.
Yes, absolutely. And what is our reference that we can go back to?
The clover,
The
the V in clover for vowel.
Awesome. Is A voiced or unvoiced?
It's voiced.
It's voiced, right? There are going to be multiple spellings for this sound. Do you remember what some of those spellings might be?
A.
Yeah, like our long vowel A.
Yep. And A consonant E.
Mm-hmm. Make that
Or
long A sound.
A consonant vowel. A Y.
Mm-hmm. That's the one we just did, right?
Yep.
And where does AY go in a word?
AY goes at the end.
Mm-hmm. And what's our last one then?
AI.
Yeah. So we're adding to that A sound multiple ways that we can spell it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any questions about AI? A?
Nope.
Awesome. Then we will move on to our next part, which is spelling sentences. All right, Melinda, we are going to do some spelling now. We're going to look at sentences, right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to read a sentence out loud to you. I need you to repeat that sentence back to me. And then from there, you can finger spell the phrase or sentence, or in this case, it's going to be a sentence with one word for each finger, and then write the sentence. You're going to say each word aloud as you're writing, and then we're going to review at the end. You're going to read back what's been written, and we're going to look for some proofreading, like spelling, grammar, accuracy, everything like that.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So your first sentence, which this one you'll just repeat back to me after I read it. The maiden has a silk dress and also a sash on display in the thrift shop.
The maiden has a silk dress and a sash also on display in the dress shop.
Close. You want me to break it up into two parts for you? Would that be easier?
Yes.
Okay. So just repeat this part. The maiden has a silk dress and also a sash on display.
The maiden has a silk dress and also a sash on display.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and finger spell that and write it out.
The maiden has a silk dress and also a sash.
Okay. Go ahead.
The maiden has a silk dress and also a sash.
Awesome. And then while you're writing that, or while you're finger spelling that, if you want to do that like as you're writing and kind of go 5 words at a time, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Whatever works for you. On display in the thrift shop is the second part of that sentence. So can you repeat that for me?
On display in the thrift shop.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
On display in the thrift shop.
Yep.
On display in the thrift shop. It's kind of a tongue twister.
A little bit, huh? Okay, so let's go ahead and review that sentence. Can you read back what you wrote to me?
The maiden has a silk dress and also a sash on display in the thrift shop.
Awesome. And did you put a capital letter at the beginning of your sentence?
I did.
Did you put a period or punctuation at the end of your sentence?
I did.
Awesome. Great. And are there any of our new phonemes that we included in this sentence?
Yes. Maiden, A.
Okay, yeah, maiden. And that's which phoneme?
That's the vowel team.
The vowel team, right? It's AI. And where does that fall in the word?
In the middle.
In the middle. Is there any other of our new phonemes that we learned today in the sentence?
AY, display.
Display, that's correct. Yes. And where is A in display?
At the end.
At the end. Do you remember what our key word was for A?
Runway.
Runway, correct. Awesome. Great. So we'll move on to our next sentence, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to read it. I need you to repeat it out loud to me.
Okay.
And then I need you to fingerspell and write it out for me, okay?
Okay.
Remember, make sure you're keeping in mind your punctuation, your grammar, your accuracy. Who said there was a dog in the main drain pipes?
Who said there was a dog in the main drain pipes?
Okay, go ahead, fingerspell it out.
Who said there was a dog in the main drain pipes?
Awesome. Okay, so if you want to break that up and fingerspell it out as you write into smaller parts, you can totally do that.
Who said there was a dog in the main drain pipes?
Great. Can you read that sentence out loud to me?
Who said there was a dog in the main drain pipes?
Awesome. And did you start with a capital letter?
I did.
Did you add some punctuation at the end?
I did.
What would our punctuation be for this sentence?
A question mark.
A question mark. Why a question mark?
It's a question.
It's a question, right? We're asking who said, right?
Yep.
Did you have good spacing in between your words?
Looks pretty good.
Okay. Is there any misspellings that you notice in your sentence?
I don't see any.
I don't see any either. You got two new words with a sound that we learned today, or a phoneme that we learned today. Do you know what those are?
Main and drain.
Main and drain. And what's the sound?
A.
A, right. Absolutely. Okay, awesome. Our third sentence. So remember, repeat it out loud.
Okay.
And then we'll fingerspell and write. Ray, whom we just met, lives next to the monorail.
Ray, whom we just met, lives next to the monorail.
Okay, so go ahead. You can break that up and fingerspell it out if you need to.
Ray, whom we just met, lives next to the monorail.
Awesome. Okay, can you read that out loud to me?
Ray, whom we just met, lives next to the monorail.
Awesome. And did we start our sentence with a capital letter?
Yes.
Great. And we capitalize that for a few reasons. Why?
Because it's at the beginning and it's also a proper noun. It's a name.
Yes, because Ray is his name, so it's a proper noun. Do we have appropriate punctuation?
Yes.
Okay, what is our punctuation that we have?
A period.
A period? Is there any other punctuation? You added some, I noticed.
Some commas
Yeah, why would we put commas there?
to show when you pause.
Right. Ray, whom we just met, right? It adds information. to the sentence. Lives next to the monorail. Great, awesome. Do you have any questions about that sentence?
Nope.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. Then let's move on to our reading. So for this one, I want you to go ahead and read this paragraph out loud. If you need it on a piece of paper, I think it's also on the back of your student recording sheet if that helps you, if it's easier to see there. But we're gonna read that together. You're gonna read it out loud, and then we're gonna talk about some questions that go with it, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Ray and Gail, who live in Alaska, will hike a trail in the Continental Divide today. Tim, whom Ray gave lessons, will be there too. They will begin their hike at Grand Lake and finish at Encampment, a campsite where they will stay in a rental cabin. They cannot wait to explore the trails, and they hope it will be a day full of sunshine. Gail gets the travel bag and begins to fill it up. She does not fail to add the map, compass, and also a medical kit to the bag. Ray gets the trek poles from the attic. As they prepare their bags, the day begins to decline. To their dismay, it begins to rain and hail. Gail does not complain and hopes the rain will stop before the end of the day. Ray is afraid they will not get to hike the trail today. In the end, the rain did not prevail. The sun began to shine its rays across the wet trails, and they met Tim on the trail. They are grateful the rain did not prevent their hike in the Continental Divide.
Awesome, very good. So let's go ahead and read that just one more time and think about where all our A sounds are.
Okay. Ray and Gail, there's 2 A sounds there, who live in Alaska, will hike a trail, there's another A sound, in the Continental Divide today. There's another A sound.
Yeah, where's the A in that? Where's the sound, the A sound come in
At the end.
At the end, right.
Tim, whom Ray, there's another A sound.
Hold on, let's go back to that sentence. Can you read that one more time? Slow down for me a little bit.
The second sentence or the first? Okay. Tim, to whom Ray gave lessons, will be there too. They will begin their hike at Grand Lake and finish at Encampment, a campsite where they will stay, there's AY, in a rental cabin. They cannot wait, there's AI.
Yeah, where does the AI come in that word?
In the middle.
In the middle.
To explore the trails. And they hope it will be a day, AY, full of sunshine.
Sunshine. What do we see in the word sunshine that looks familiar?
A diagram.
A diagram or digraph.
Digraph. Yes. I always say diagram and I always mean digraph.
So, what is the digraph for sunshine?
It's sh.
Absolutely, the sh sound. And following sunshine and the rest of that word, shine, we have a long I sound. Why do we get that long I sound? Why is it not sunshine?
Because it's vowel, consonant, vowel.
Yeah, and that E becomes silent. It jumps over the N and makes our I sound like what?
I.
A long sound.
Long
Correct.
I.
Yep. Go ahead. Keep going.
Gail gets the travel bag and begins to fill it up. She does not fail to add the map, compass, and also a medical kit to the bag.
With that sentence, do we see the floss rule anywhere in there?
Yes, compass.
Compass, that's right. What's the sound that's doubled? S. That's right. And why do we double S in compass?
Because it's a short A.
Yeah, short A followed by the S sound, so we double it.
Yep.
All right, keep going.
Ray, there's AY, gets the trek poles from the attic. As they prepare their bags, the day, there's AY, begins to decline. To their dismay, there's AY, it begins to rain, and there's AI. And hail.
Do we see one of our keywords in there?
Dismay.
Keyword for...
Oh, rain. Yes,
yep.
Dismay was one of the words we used, but rain is a keyword.
Yes.
Gail does not complain, there's AI, and hopes the rain, AI again, will stop before the end of the day, AY. Ray, AY, is afraid AI, they will not get to hike the trail today, AY. In the end, the rain, AI, did not prevail. The sun began to shine its rays across the wet trails. And there's rays with AY and trails with AI. And they met Tim on the trail, AI. They are grateful the rain, AI, did not prevent their hike in the Continental Divide.
Yeah, for grateful, why is it the long A sound? Why not grateful?
Because it's vowel, consonant, vowel.
Yeah, we have our silent E right at the end.
Yep.
Makes that long A sound.
Yep.
Awesome. So, who is planning to hike the Continental Divide in this story?
Ray and Gail.
Ray and Gail, absolutely. What happens in the story?
They got ready, they got everything ready, and they started out and they thought it started to rain and they thought that it might not go well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it started to rain, and what else?
Let's see, it started to rain, and they were afraid they wouldn't get to hike. But in the end, the sun came out, and it didn't.
What else did it do with the rain?
It dried it up.
Well, not the sun. What happened while it was raining outside? To their dismay, it begins to...
Oh, hail, rain and hail. There was
Uh-huh.
both, yes.
Rain and
Yep,
hail.
yep.
Why do you think Ray and Gail used a paper map instead of an app on their phone?
Maybe they wanted it to do the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
And they thought it would
Maybe
be
the
more fun.
old-fashioned way. Have you ever been camping before?
Yeah, and sometimes you don't get reception out
Don't
there.
get reception, right? You might not be able to use an app on your phone.
Yep,
So
yep.
the paper map is, in their opinion, probably more reliable, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever been on a hike? And if so, tell me about it. And if not, would you like to take a hike someday?
I have been on a hike.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Do you remember?
Bicentennial Woods. It's not
Okay.
too very far from here.
Okay,
and
what was it like?
It was pretty. It's very woody, and there's lots of birds and lots of squirrels, and there's some hills, and there's a stream, and it's just very peaceful and very pretty.
Yeah, so thinking about things that you noticed and saw and heard. When we're reading, that's called imagery. So thinking about what you noticed or heard or sound and describing it. So what does the word prevail in this sentence mean, or in this passage? So let's find a sentence that says prevail.
In the end, the rain did not prevail. It did not win.
It did not win. Okay. Absolutely. So what does the word prevail mean? That's a synonym or a similar meaning word, prevail. What could prevail mean? It didn't do what?
It didn't spoil things. It didn't win. It didn't
Stop them.
stop them. Yeah.
Doing what?
Yeah. Stop them from hiking.
Yeah, absolutely. Stop
Yeah.
them from hiking. Very good. Okay. Time for the fun stuff. Time for red words. All right. So now we are going to jump in to our red words. So if you remember, we kind of started some of the red words. Red words are words that don't always follow the rules. They're a little different, and so we're going to want to memorize them and know them and be familiar with them and how they're different, so that way we can recognize them. So in your top boxes here, I don't know that I have enough boxes, so you might have to make some room or write some above, but I want you to write the words that I'm reading. So I'm going to read it, and then I want you to repeat the word. I want you to spell it out in the box, and then I want you to put your hearts where they're supposed to go for your red words, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the first one is going to be you.
Okay. You.
Awesome. And where do we put our heart?
Over the O.
Yeah, over the O-U, right. Over both of those.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, just one heart can go over both of them. That's
okay.
easier to remember, but
Okay.
that's okay too.
Yeah.
That's okay too.
Okay. Just put it in the middle.
And
next
why over the O-U?
time. Because it makes the oo sound,
Absolutely.
which doesn't follow the rules.
Right. Next one is your.
Your. Your.
Very good. That's the second time you've gotten your right. So I'll go ahead and add a tally to that. And if you get it right again, then we'll retire that from your red word list.
Awesome.
Want.
Want.
Where does the heart go on want?
There's not a heart on
There's
want.
not a heart on want. Have.
Have. H-A-V.
Okay, where would our heart go on have?
Right here.
Above the A, right?
Above the A.
Why above the A?
Because the it doesn't follow the rule of vowel, consonant, vowel.
Yeah, right? It doesn't, that E doesn't jump and make an A a
Yes.
long one.
Yes.
Okay, next is give.
Give. All right.
And where do our hearts go over give?
Over the I.
And
And the G.
live.
Live. L-I-V-E. Over the I.
Also.
Also. Goes over the A.
That is the third time you've gotten also. So I will make sure to remove that from your deck.
Thanks.
Who.
Who. I should have got a thinner. Oh well, but I like markers.
That's okay. So it's over that, is that over the W or the H? WH.
It's over the WH.
Yeah, why is it over the WH?
Because it doesn't follow the rule.
What rule? Like what?
It's
what?
the diagram rule where when there's a consonant in front of the H.
Well,
No?
I mean, what sounds do you hear in who?
Who. Oh, it's because the W doesn't make a sound.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, sorry.
H, right? It's
Yeah,
just-
it makes the sound instead of the
Yeah.
wh sound.
and then next one is whom. You can write it maybe above if you need to.
Whom.
Awesome. And then there's another heart somewhere. Do you remember where that heart goes?
Yes, over the O.
Very good. Why is there a heart over the WH and the O?
Because the WH doesn't make the W sound, it makes the H sound. And the O doesn't make the A sound, it makes the U sound.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to learn some new red words today. The first one is going to be whose. So why don't you go ahead and finger tap out the sounds for whose. Not how it's spelled, not how many letters you see, how it sounds.
Okay. Ooze.
Okay, awesome. So on the map it section, underneath these lines, I want you to write out the sounds that you hear in whose.
Okay. Huh sounds is the H sound. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh is usually a U sound. And Z is the Z sound.
Okay, so above it on the lines, I want you to spell out each part of this word that makes these sounds. So what part of the spelling for whose makes the sound?
The WH.
What about the ooh?
The O.
S.
And the SE.
All right, so with that in mind, where should we put our hearts?
We should put a heart over WH.
Yeah, what other WH words do we put hearts over?
Whom and who.
And then what else should we put a heart over?
The O.
Yeah, why the O?
Because it makes the oo sound instead of the ah sound.
Absolutely. So now I want you to arm tap it 3 times for me. So you're just gonna WHOSE and then you'll, run it down your arm.
Okay.
After you finish, I want you to do that 3 times.
Okay. Whose. 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 W-H-O-S-E. Whose.
Make sure you do one tap for every letter.
Okay. Whose. W-H-O-S-E. Whose.
Awesome. Okay, so now I want you to trace whose on your sheet 3 times. Go ahead and say it, and you can kind of sound it out as you say it as well. Or just say it. And sorry, say every letter as you spell it out. You can trace over the yeah.
Who.
Go ahead and repeat the yeah. Repeat the letters too. So just W
W
H
H O S E. Whose. W H O S E. Whose.
Do it one more time for good measure.
W H O S E. Whose.
Good. Now I want you to write it in the next box 3 times in the lines. If you run out of room, you can do it underneath. That's okay, no big deal. But I want you to, same thing, say the letters out loud as you're writing.
Okay. W H O S E. Whose. W H O S E. Whose. And W H O S E. Whose.
Great. Now in those boxes below, I want you to find the correct version of whose and just fill that box in with your red marker.
Whose. W H O S E. Whose.
Great. So say it and spell it. So you can write who did you say it to? Me. You can write Cassie.
I said it to Cassie.
It's okay. Go ahead. Who else, or who'd you say it to?
I said it to
To Cassie, right? Go ahead. That's the hardest box out of all of these, isn't it? Go ahead and write it right there.
Whose.
Yes, who'd you say it to?
W
No.
H O.
That's okay. That's on me. That wasn't very clear. Who did you say it to? Who did you say who's to? Is me. So you just write my name again.
But then it says, oh, you just say it. You just do it twice.
Just to say it and spell it. Yeah, all good. All good.
Cassie.
Perfect. Awesome. That's just to remember who you learned this with. So.
I forgot to just throw the smileys.
No. Oh, you can underline the smileys if you want for how many sounds you heard. That is
Okay.
helpful. We tapped it out, but we didn't underline it.
Okay.
Good call.
W H.
Well, it's just the sounds, not the spelling. So what sounds?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So what sounds do you hear?
Who.
Z. What?
Like that?
No.
No.
So one smiley face is one sound.
Oh. Okay, got it.
So why don't we let's cross all these out.
Okay.
There you go.
Start over.
Yeah.
Okay.
What sounds do you hear?
Who. Z.
Just 2?
Who. Z.
There you go.
There we go. Got it.
Ooze.
Yep.
Right?
Ooze. Yes, yes,
Just
yes.
how you
Like we
sounded
did.
it out
Yes.
down there.
Yes.
Yes,
Got it.
very
Got it.
good.
Okay. Okay.
Tricky, I know. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing.
Now I think I understand. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do another red word. We're gonna do whole. So let's go ahead. Why don't you finger tap whole, the sounds that you hear.
Okay. Ol. Ol. Whole.
Okay. So how would you underline it on your smiley face sheet?
Ol.
Very good. So I want you to write that out, how you hear it on the underneath the lines on Map It.
Okay. Huh. And then ol. Ol is kind of like O-L or O-double-L. Whole.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So above the line, I want you to write out which parts of this word make that sound. So what makes the sound in whole?
The WH.
What about the O?
Makes O.
Ul.
Ul is actually LE.
Yes. So we're gonna put a heart over whole. What part are we gonna put the heart over?
The WH because it sounds like huh instead of w.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and arm tap the spelling for that. So just like we did last time, move down your arm, WHOLE, whole, and then, blend it all together.
Okay. WHOLE, whole.
There you go. You might want to say it before you spell it too.
Whole. WHOLE, whole. Whole. WHOLE, whole.
Very good. Now I want you to trace it 3 times and say each letter as you're tracing it and say the word.
Okay. WHOLE, whole. WHOLE, whole. WHOLE, whole.
Great. Now I want you to write it 3 times.
Okay. WHOLE, whole. Whole. WHOLE, whole. Whole. WHOLE, whole.
Awesome. So, can you find whole in that chart on the next box where it says find it and color it in for me?
Yep. It's right here. WHOLE.
All right. Can you say it and spell it one more time?
Whole. WHOLE. Whole.
Great. And who did you say it to?
Cassie.
There you go. Much easier than last time, huh?
Yes.
Getting the hang of it. Great. All right. Our next red word is bend. Okay. So I want you to finger tap. How many sounds do you hear in the word bend? Not letters, just sounds.
Ben. Just one.
Not syllables,
One syllable.
sounds.
Oh, sounds. 2 sounds. Ben.
You only hear 2 sounds in the word bend? B.
Oh, n. Yes.
There you go.
3.
Yep.
N.
Yep, sound it out. There you go.
N.
There you
Ben.
go.
Yes.
Okay, so how many smiley faces would we underline? How many sounds did you finger tap?
N. Ben.
There you go. How do you think you would spell it in, or how does it sound like it would be spelled underneath?
Ben.
Awesome. And above, how is it actually spelled?
2 E's and an N. Ben.
Correct. So where would we put our heart?
Over the 2 E's.
Exactly. Why over the 2 E's?
Because they don't make the E sound, they make the sound.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have double E's and it sounds like it would only be one. So I want you to go ahead and arm tap bend for me.
Okay.
Say the word, spell out each letter, and then blend it all together.
Okay. Ben. B-E-E-N. Ben. Ben. B-E-E-N. Ben. Ben. B-E-E-N. Ben.
Awesome. Go ahead and trace it out 3 times for me and say it. Same thing. Letters every time you write it out.
Okay. Ben. B-E-E-N. Ben. B-E-E-N. Ben. B-E-E-N.
Very good. Now I want you to do the same thing. I want you to write it out 3 times.
Okay. Ben. B-E-E-N. Ben. B-E-E-N. Ben. B-E-E-N.
Very good. Now can you find it on that chart below?
B-E-E-N. Ben.
Awesome. Now say it and spell it one more time for me.
Ben. B-E-E-N.
And who'd you say it to?
Cassie.
Yeah. All right, I think we have just one more red word for today. You've been doing great with these. I know it's a lot at once. Both is going to be our word. So I want you to sound out, what do you hear in both?
Both.
Well, do the sounds. How would you finish them?
B-O.
Okay.
B-O.
So how many smiley faces?
3.
How many sounds? 3, yep.
Yep.
And underneath, how would you guess to sound that out based on the sounds?
Both.
B.
I would say B-O. Bo.
Just one O?
Both. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Right?
Both.
So,
Yeah, both.
above the lines, how do we actually spell out, or what words actually make those sounds?
B. O.
Okay, yep. And where would we put the heart for both?
Over the O.
Yeah, right? Because why would we put a heart over the O?
Because it makes the O sound. It makes the long O sound
When it's just by itself.
when it's just by
huh?
itself. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and arm tap. Say the word, tap out each letter, and then blend it all together.
Okay. Both. B-O-T-H. Both. Both. B-O-T-H. Both. Both. B-O-T-H. Both.
Awesome. Can you trace it 3 times for me?
Yep. Both. B-O.
We'll go ahead and say out the letters.
B-O-T-H.
Yep,
Both.
there we go.
Both. B-O-T-H. Both. B-O-T-H. Both.
Great. Now write it out 3 times in those lines and say it as you write it.
Both. B-O-T-H. Both. B-O-T-H. Both. B-O-T-H. Both.
Awesome. Can you find both in that find it box down there and scribble it in with your marker?
Yes. B-O-T-H. Both.
All right. Say it and spell it one more time for me.
Both. B-O-T-H. Both.
And who'd you say it with?
Cassie.
Very good. Okay, that sums up our red words. So we're gonna do one final review over the sounds that we learned today. So what were the sounds? Give me one sound that we learned today.
A.
A, okay, and how did you spell it?
Either A-Y or A-I.
Awesome. What were your keywords for those?
Rain and runway.
Okay, very good. What is the placement for A as an AI?
That's in the middle.
Okay, absolutely the middle of what?
The middle of a single syllable
Like a word or
or
word
a
part.
word part.
Yep.
A word or yeah.
Yep. And then what about AY? What's the placement for AY?
That's at the end.
At the end, correct. What is our pattern for both of them?
They are vowel team.
Yes, a vowel team, and that's part of our clover, right? What is
Yep.
a vowel team?
It's 2 vowels that make 1 sound.
They don't have to be vowels, they're 2,
Letters that make 1 sound.
yes, that work together to make one, what type of sound?
1 vowel sound.
One
yes,
vowel
yes,
sound.
Yes.
Okay, and is A voiced or unvoiced?
It's voiced.
Voiced. Okay, very good. Awesome. Well, thank you, Melinda. That concludes our lesson 7 of Orton Gillingham. And next week we'll move on to lesson 8 and review some of the things we need to look at. Sound good?
Yeah, great. Thanks.